Hey everybody, good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to do a little chair yoga. So find a comfy spot, get your chair seated. Make sure that you do have a little bit of room, although you will be pretty much in the chair the whole time. But it's always good to be able to spread out. So we're going to start off with our modified pranayama breathing. So for that, you're going to need to interlock your fingers and then place your whole fist underneath your chin. Your thumbs are touching your throat and pinkies are facing away from you. As you breathe in, you're going to take a big deep breath in. You're going to get those elbows all the way up to the ceiling. The whole time, your hands stay underneath your chin. Then when you breathe out, you're going to look up to the ceiling and elbows are going to come forward to touch. And again, the whole time, hands stay under your chin. So you'll go from elbows up to elbows in front. Just like that. And we'll breathe in and out together. Together. Okay. Let's try it. It's a little chilly in this room right now. I gotta wake up and warm up in here. So let's do it together. Fix your grip. Place it underneath your chin. Always have thumbs touching. Pinkies are away. Eyes are gonna be open. And here we go. Big, deep breath in. Elbows all the way up to the ceiling. Hands stay underneath your chin. And breathe out, look up. Again, deep breath in, elbows up. And breathe out, look up, elbows come forward to touch. Breathe in, elbows up. And breathe out, look up to the ceiling, elbows come forward. Breathe in, really try to keep your eyes open. I know it can be really relaxing. You may want to close your eyes, but try to keep them open. Good, breathe out. Here we go, last one. Deepest breath you have. Fill your lungs all the way up. Oh, I just remembered to set my watch. So sorry, keep going. I do like to know where we're at though. Okay, all set. Let's do one more together. Deep breath in, elbows go all the way up to the ceiling. And let it all out. Good, bring your arms down. Shake it out a little bit. We are going to do it again. We're going to get 2 chances to do pretty much everything in here. We'll have 2 chances for breathing, 2 chances for all of our poses. We'll do Savasana once, but that's different. So we always get a second chance. So let's do our second chance right now. Fix your grip. Make sure it's nice and together so that when you do open up your hands, that you still got your fingers kind of like interwoven together. Okay, so close it up, place it underneath your chin, thumbs touching, pinkies away, and let's all breathe in together. Here we go. Send those elbows up to the ceiling, fill your lungs with air, and breathe out. Again, deep breath in, elbows go up. You come to look forward at me. And then the opposite of everything, you're going to breathe out, look up, and bring those elbows forward to touch. Breathe in, elbows up, fill your lungs, and breathe out. Breathe in, elbows up, as tall as you can go without taking your hands away from your chin. Get those elbows all the way up and let it all out. Last one, make it the deepest breath. Fill your lungs up as much as you possibly can until you can't sip any more air, and let it all out. Beautiful. Arms come down. Let's get into our first pose, which is our seated half moon pose. Left hand is going to grab the chair. Right hand goes up over your head. And you're going to get a nice big side stretch all the way along the right side of your body. Now while we're here, make sure that your right hip is pushed down into the chair because I don't want anybody leaning over, okay? So keep both hips on the chair and just really focus on stretching that arm up. Good. And we switch. Right arm grabs the chair. Left arm goes up over your head. Big side stretch. And now the left hip needs to plant onto the chair so that we're not tipping off of our chair. You just want a good arm stretch or a good stretch all the way along the left side of your body. Good. Sit up nice and tall. We are getting our second chance for that one. So again, left hand grabs the chair, right hand comes up over your head. Now we know the left hip needs to stay planted. We also need the right shoulder to swing forward so that both shoulders are straight on. Okay, you want to be perfectly straight with whatever's in front of you. So 2 shoulders straight on, 2 hips flat on the chair, and we hold it. Good, sit up nice and tall. We're gonna do the other side. Right hand grabs the chair, left hand now comes up over your head. Plant that left hip, and now the right shoulder is gonna slide forward. So 2 shoulders and 2 hips, flat and straight on. Then the last thing you're gonna do is really focus on getting that arm over your head and really feeling that stretch all the way along the side of your body. Good, sit up nice and tall. All right, I'm feeling warm. I'm gonna take my sweater off. And we are gonna move on to our seated spine twist. So I'm gonna take my left leg and cross it over my right. Supporting leg is strong, meaning ankle and knee are in one straight line. So no, yes. The next thing we're gonna do is the right hand is gonna grab your knee. Left hand is gonna grab the back of your chair. With a tall spine, we're gonna twist all the way over to the left. Good. Slowly untwist the top and then uncross your legs. One at a time. Other side, right leg crosses over the left. Same deal here. Knee and ankle need to be in one straight line so that this leg is supporting. Your left hand is grabbing the knee. Right hand grabs the back of the chair and you twist all the way over to the right. Make sure your back is tall. We don't want any of this, and then twist. And then we'll hold it. Very nice. Untwist, then uncross your legs, and then we're getting a second chance. So we're doing it all over again. So take that left leg, cross it over your right. Check your supporting leg. Is it good? Are you out here? Are you back here? Right in the sweet spot. Ankle and knee in one line. Right hand grabs the knee. Left hand grabs the back of the chair. Tall back and twist all the way over to the left. Good. Slowly untwist the top, uncross your legs, and last one. Cross that right leg over the left. Check in with the supporting leg. Then your left hand grabs the knee, right hand back of the chair. Fix your posture first, so we're not hunching over yet. We will, but not yet. Tall back, and then twist all the way over to the right. Very good. Untwist, uncross your legs, and get ready for our seated head to knee pose, also known as our seated leg extension. So we're just going to put your right heel down on the ground. So can't really see that. Okay. Right heel is down on the ground. Toes are pointed up to the ceiling. Supporting leg always knee and ankle in one line. Two hands, one on top of the other, and go down as far as you can. Now for this one, I don't want you to bend your knee. I want you to have it as straight as you can. So maybe this is as straight as you can. Maybe there's a little bend in it, but I do want it to be as straight as your body possibly can. Then you're going to go down. And don't force anything. If it feels comfortable just right at your knee, then be there. We're going to get a second chance for this one, and you'll be a little bit more flexible the second time around. So don't stress about this first one. Just hold it, feel the stretch along the back of your leg. Good, and bring it in. Now we'll switch. Let's do the other side. Left heel is now going to go down to the ground, and toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Supporting leg, check, good. Two hands, one on top of the other, and reach. The goal is to touch your toes, but if you're not there, I'm not there yet, and I'm right here. My toes are way down there. So two hands, just go until you feel a stretch along the back side of your leg. And again, you want to have a straight back. So if you're hunched over to get to your toes, that's cheating. We don't like that. So flat back, there's no need to cheat. Don't cheat yourself. You got a few more seconds here. And good. Bring it in. Here's that second chance I was talking about. Right heel down to the floor, toes up to the ceiling. 2 hands, one on top of the other. Now, this should feel a little bit more stretched out when you go down to reach for your toes. You should be able to reach a little bit farther than you did the first time. Now I feel comfortable reaching for my toes. Definitely the first time I would not have wanted to do this. Second time around, you're a little bit more flexible, you're a little bit more warmed up. Your muscles are ready for it. Few seconds here. Good. Sit up. And now the right leg. Left. Good. Left heel down to the floor, toes up to the ceiling. Check the supporting leg. No. No. Yes. Okay. 2 hands, one on top of the other, and you go down. Reach for your ankle, reach for your toes, reach for beyond your toes if you can. All while having that nice flat back. Feeling this. I should always be able to see your chest and your face. Good, we've got 10 seconds. Nicely done. Bring that leg in. And we are going to move on to our first forward fold, which is with our legs open. So sit comfortably in your chair. It doesn't have to be super wide, but you are going to open up your legs to either side of the chair. Okay, it could be here. However far you can get your legs open, that's what you should do. And then if your legs are out pretty wide, turn your feet out so that they're pointing away from you. Now with a nice flat back, you're going to get your arms all the way up over your head. And then dive down, reach for your knees, your calves, or your ankles. Now, since we're in this position, use your elbows to hold your knees from going like this. That's not going to feel too nice. So you want your knees to be out in line. You don't want them to cave in, okay? So when you reach for your ankles or your calves or whatever you're grabbing onto, use some of that arm strength to keep your knees from going in. See that? With a nice flat back, we're going to look down at the ground and hold it. Good. Keep your legs where they are. Come up. Arms go all the way up over your head. And dive all the way down. Reach for your ankles. Flat back. Look down at the ground and we'll hold it. Good. Sit up. Legs come back together. And we are moving on to our seated pigeon. So let's bring your right foot up to your left knee. Okay, your foot's kind of hanging off the side. Supporting leg. Again, it shouldn't be off to the right. It shouldn't be off to the left. It should be directly underneath your knee. Now, 2 hands, reach for the front of your chair, and then use your arm strength to pull yourself closer to your leg. With a flat back, you're going to look down at the floor, and then we'll hold here. up. That ankle comes down and we'll switch. Now, as always, if you can't get your leg all the way up there, then you'll just cross it at the ankles. So you'll have your left ankle over your right ankle, and then you'll do the same thing. You'll feel a little bit of a stretch, and then you should be working your way up. You should be at least trying to get your ankle up to your knee. Try it every time we do yoga, and one day you'll really get it up there. Okay, so we're going to switch. Your left ankle is coming up to your right knee. 2 hands reach for the front of the chair. Use that arm strength to pull yourself a little closer to your leg. Look down at the ground and hold it. Good. Sit up. That ankle comes down. And we have round 2. We're doing this all over again. So reach for that right ankle. Bring it up to your left knee. 2 hands. Reach for the front of the chair. With a flat back, you're going to pull yourself forward. And then look down at the ground. Keeping that back flat. Beautiful. Sit up. That ankle comes down. Left ankle comes up to the right knee, or left ankle crosses over the right ankle. 2 hands. Reach for the front of your chair. Pull yourself down with a flat back, and then look down at the ground, and then we'll hold it. Good. Sit up. Bring that ankle down, and we are going into our warrior triangle series. So scoot it on over to the right side of your chair. Right leg is out to the side. Left leg is bent and on an angle. Bring 2 hands to heart center. And then those 2 hands are going to go straight up over your head. They're separated. See, they're not touching at the top, but separate. And we'll hold here for warrior 1. Good. Drop your arms down parallel with the floor, and then you'll look over to your left, and we'll hold for warrior 2. Bring your hands to heart center. Your elbow is going to go over onto your bent knee. Your right hand is going to go straight up into the air. And your left hand is going to come straight down in front of that bent knee. So you have 2 arms going in opposite directions. Last thing we're going to do is look up at your right hand. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit up nice and tall, and then we'll move it on to the other side. So now your left leg is going to go out to the side, and it's straight. Your right leg is bent, and it's on an angle. 2 hands come to heart center, and then straight up over your head. We'll hold warrior 1. Drop those arms parallel with the floor. Look right and hold warrior two. Hands come to heart center. Elbow goes over and rests on that bent knee. Now this time your left hand is going to go straight up into the air, and your right hand is going to come straight down in front of your bent leg. So two hands straight up and straight down. Last thing we'll do is look at your left hand. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. We are going to do this all over again for a round two. So take a second if you need it. And then scoot over to the right side of your chair. Right leg is out to the side, nice and long and straight. Then your left leg is bent and on an angle. Bring your hands to heart center. And then straighten them up over your head, separated. Hold warrior one. Good, drop your arms down, parallel with the floor. Look over to your left and hold warrior two. Great job. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll go into triangle. That elbow is going to go over to your bent knee. And your right hand goes straight up into the air. Left hand comes straight down in front of that bent leg. Last thing we'll do is look up at your right hand and hold it. Bring those hands to heart center, sit up nice and tall, and we'll do the last one of this series. Scoot over to the left. Left leg is straight and it's out to the side. Right leg is bent and it's on an angle. Bring your hands to heart center. And then straight up over your head for warrior one. Nicely done. Drop those hands down parallel with the floor and look over to your right. Hands come to heart center. Elbow goes over to your bent knee. Now your left hand goes straight up into the air. Right hand comes straight down in front of your bent leg. And then you're going to look up at your left hand for triangle pose. Hands come to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your legs together for our revolved chair pose. So bring your feet together, toes touch, heels touch, knees touch if possible. Hands come to heart center. Let's start with your right elbow, okay? For this one, you're either going to touch it on your opposite leg. So right elbow to left knee, or you're going to tuck it, right elbow, tuck it on the side of your left leg, and then you're going to twist. Well, you're really going to have your right elbow or your left elbow pointing straight back. So it's not out to the side, but foot straight back behind you, and then we'll twist all the way over to your left. Good. Keep those hands at heart center. We're just going to switch over to the other side. Now your right or your left elbow is either going to touch your right knee or tuck on the side of your right leg. Your left elbow or your right elbow is going to go straight back behind you. And then we're going to twist and look all the way over to the right. The whole time keeping a flat back. So we're not hunched over, flat back, all the way over to the right. Come back, face me, keep your hands at heart center because we're going to get right into it for our second round. You're going to take that right elbow and either touch on your left knee or tuck it on the side of your right leg. Oh my goodness, your left leg. And you're going to twist all the way over to the left. Keep those hands at heart center. Come back to face me. Last one. You're going to take that left elbow and either touch it or tuck it on the side of your right leg and then twist all the way over to the right. Good. Come back to face me. Take a break right now. Grab a drink of water before we get into our two standing poses. For downward dog, as usual, if standing is not an option for you today, then you can place another chair right in front of you with the back of it facing you, or you can move your chair over to like a countertop in your house or a table. Put your hands on top of it and then keep it that flat back. Use it to kind of prop your arms up so that you still get that stretch and you still get that feeling of being in the downward dog, but you don't have to stand up. So go ahead, grab a drink, and then meet me in that position. I'm going to turn my chair. I'm going to turn my chair so you can see a little better what we're doing. So once you've had a drink, come back and stand. So if you want to turn your chair so that we're all kind of doing the same thing, that'd be fine. You're going to stand right in front of the chair and then put your hands on the part of the chair that you were just sitting on. Now you're going to take 2 steps back, or however many steps it takes for you to feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Now, what we're going to do next, well, before we move on, make sure your feet are shoulder width apart. Then we're going to move on, and you're going to push with your arms back and send your bottom up into the air. Last thing you're going to do is put your head down so that your ears are by your elbows, and that way your arms, your head, your neck, and your back are all going to be in one straight line. So let's do it now, and it looks like this. And we'll hold it. Very nicely done. Walk your feet back up to your chair. Then once your feet are closed, then stand up. If you stand up before you walk back in, you risk pushing the chair out and falling, and that will hurt. So make sure you walk your feet in first. All right, we're going to do our round two. 2 hands, reach for the part of the chair that you were just sitting on. Now take at least 2 steps back until you feel a good stretch in the back of your legs. Now we're going to push back so that your bottom goes up into the air. And then the last thing we'll do is put your head down so that your ears are by your elbows and your arms, head, neck, and back are all in one straight line. Just like this. Beautifully done. Walk back up to your chair. And then stand up nice and tall. Okay, for tree pose, I'm going to move my chair around, and I'm also going to angle the computer up a little bit so you can see. Okay, let's come to the right side of your chair and then hold on to the back of it. Now you're going to take that right foot and point it down to the ground. Turn your knee out and then slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet that other leg. Now you could be right here, or you could take it to your calf, or if you can, you're going to take it up to your thigh. But you're never going to take it. I never put it up there. Just got a little shoe print on my pants. But you're never going to take it to your knee because that's going to put some awkward pressure there, okay? So you're either toe on the ground, calf, or thigh. Then you're going to bring one hand to heart center. If you're still feeling balanced, bring 2 hands to heart center. And if still you can balance, then you're going to fully extend your tree up and out. Nicely done. Grab onto your chair and walk it over to the other side. Now you're going to hold on to the left side of your chair. Your left toe is going to point down to the ground. And then turn that knee out. Slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet your standing leg. Toe is on the ground, or foot is on your calf, or up on your thigh. Okay, where you feel comfortable. Then one hand comes to heart center, then the other. And if you're still balancing, then fully extend your tree up and out. And if at any point you feel a little wobble, grab for the chair, and then slowly try to get yourself back to where you were. Good. Hands come to heart center. And we're doing our round 2. Come back over to the right side of your chair. Hold on to the chair. Point that right toe down to the ground. Turn out your knee and slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet your standing leg. Toe is either on the ground, on your calf, or up on your thigh. So you're going to pick one. One hand comes to heart center. Then the other one. Balance for a little bit. And if you can, fully extend your tree. Good work. Hands come to heart center. And we'll come to the other side of the chair for our final tree. Point that left toe to the ground. Turn your knee out to the side and slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet your standing leg. Is your toe on the floor? Are you going to be on your calf? Or are you going to be up on your thigh? Any one is perfectly fine. Then bring one hand to heart center, then the other. And if you're still balancing, fully extend your tree. Nicely done. Hands come back to heart center. And we're going to come sit back down. I'm just going to fix my angle. And then come a little closer to you. Okay. We are on to the other side. After tree pose, we're going to do our seated cat-cow. So, knees touch, toes and heels touching. They could be separated if you want, if that feels more comfortable too. You're going to grab onto your knees. Now, you're not pulling on your knees. You're just going to use them as a guide. You're just going to rest your hands there. Now, for cow, you're going to open up your chest as wide as you can, all while holding onto your legs. You're going to look all the way up to the ceiling. And all while you're doing that, you're going to breathe in. And then for cat, you're going to breathe out. You're going to look down and tuck your chin. And then you're going to shrug your shoulders up. And you're going to close your chest. Good. Let's go through it again. Cow, open chest. Look up to the ceiling and take a deep breath in. Cat, you're going to breathe out. You're going to close your chest and you're going to bring your chin all the way into your chest. And you're going to look down at the floor. So you're going to switch back in between these two poses, cow and cat. You're going to move at your own pace and you're just going to do as many as you want in the amount of time. And I'll tell you when we're going to finish up. They don't have to be fast. They don't have to be slow. They could be however you want to do them. Okay, so let's all take our time, move at your own pace, and then go back and forth between cat and cow, remembering to breathe in and out. So let's get started. Good. Finish up your last set of cat-cow and then come back and join us. After cat-cow, we are going to do our seated winder moving pose. So you're going to scoot a little forward on your chair, just a little bit. And then you're going to lean slightly back. Now, we're not hunching in the chair. You see this? No good. Back is still straight, okay? You're only going to lean a little bit on the chair, okay? I really don't want to see this. No good. Nice flat back. You're going to interlock those fingers. You're going to reach below your right knee. So now you're not pulling on your knee. So you want to reach for like your shin because we're going to lift that up and we're going to give our leg a tight hug. you want the top of your leg to be up touching your stomach and your chest. Now, no flying away. Keep those elbows nice and tight, and we'll hold it. Great job. Put that one down. Fix your grip. Then you'll go below your left knee, pick it up, and same thing. Give it a tight hug. So it's touching your chest and your stomach, elbows in, and hold it. Excellent. Put that one down. Again, lock those fingers. We're going right into our second set. Grab below your knee, pick up your leg, and give it a tight hug. Good. That leg goes down. Last one. Fix that grip. Go below your right knee or your left knee and pick it up. Give it a hug. Flat back. None of this. Elbows tucked in. No flying away. Good. Put that leg down. We are going to do our seated camel pose next. So sit forward on your chair. I like to reach for the back of my chair, like the part that I'm sitting on, or like the back two handles that I kind of have here. Really just like the back of the chair, kind of towards the bottom of it. Just anything that's going to give you a good grip. So once you're here, your legs can be slightly open or they can be closed, whichever comfy for you. You're going to open up your chest as much as you can possibly open it, and then you're going to look all the way up at the ceiling, and if you can, you're going to look all the way at the wall behind you. So like I'm going to try to look at this green wall behind me. The whole time, keep your eyes open, okay? Take a deep breath in, let it out. Here we go. Open up your chest and look all the way up to the ceiling. Look back, go back, look at the wall behind you. Good. Slowly bring your head back to me. Keep those eyes open. Get in a comfy position. Don't worry about your posture, and we'll take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. That one can be a little intense, so let's do it again. Feel relaxed. We got this. 2 feet flat on the floor. Grab behind you, and then open up your chest as big as you can. Look up to the ceiling, all the way. Look at the back wall. Good. Slowly look back. Look, bringing your head back to look at me. Sit in a comfy position. Let's breathe together in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. We have our last pose before we do our Savasana, which is our seated forward fold with your legs closed. So feet are touching, feet are on the floor, heels touch, toes touch, knees touch. Arms come all the way up over your head and dive all the way forward. I like to reach for the back of my ankles. And then you're going to tuck your chin and you're going to hunch your back. You're going to curl your back up. And if you can, your forehead will touch your knees. Good. Let's do that again. Arms all the way up over your head. And dive forward. See if you can get your stomach and chest to lay all the way on top of your legs. Tuck your chin, grab the back of your ankles, and if possible, put your forehead on your knees and we'll hold it. Arms all the way up over your head. This time you are going to touch at the top and then bring your hands down through your heart center. Excellent work. Let's do our seated Savasana before we get going. So find a comfortable position. Traditionally, this would be done lying down, but if getting down to the floor is not available to you, you can sit in any comfy position that you like. One thing I do ask is that you try to flip your palms so that your palms are facing up and the backs of your hands are just kind of resting on the top of your legs. Then I'm going to invite everybody to close your eyes and try your hardest to let your mind be completely blank. Try not to think about anything positive or negative and really focus on your breathing. I like to breathe in for 4 seconds and out for 4 seconds. It helps me stay focused, but also not thinking about anything. So let's try that. I'm going to open my eyes. You could keep your eyes closed and stay in your Savasana if you would like. I do want to say thank you guys for watching and to tell you we burn 140 calories if you were following along with me. Great job. I will see you all on Thursday for shadow boxing. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and thanks for watching. Bye.